into the corporation and look at Mr. So-and-so, and you find you have a very difficult time even figuring out whether this guy is a Muslim at all. If you look at him and you look at what he does or what he does not do. What's the good of that? You ask me for a global corporation which runs without interest. If you tell me, give me an example of a global, many people ask me this, say, oh, talk about Islamic finance, you say that interest is haram and riba and so on. So I said, yes, of course it is. So then tell me, how is it possible to do business globally if we don't deal with interest? So I said, I'll give you the name of a company, a global corporation that does not have a single dollar debt on its books because it does not take loans. You want to know the name of the company?
Yes.
Microsoft. Microsoft. Zero debt company. Owned by Fadilatul Sheikh Bill Gates. Hafizahullah. And may Allah give him hidayat. Subhanallah. I tell you sincerely, we don't know, this means I've got 5 minutes before I have to push off. Another one is an Indian company. Again, it's about $4 billion called Infosys, run by Fadilatul Sheikh Narayana Murthy. Seriously, my point is, give me a Muslim name. If Narayana Murthy can do it, how come you can't do it as a Muslim? How come you got all these 25 excuses why we cannot run a business without interest? How is he running a business without interest? If Bill Gates can do that, how come you can't do that? Because we won't use our brains, we will not look at options, we will not go that extra mile, and he's not even doing it for the love of God or anything. Narayana Murthy says interest destroys wealth, interest destroys society. We will not deal with interest. $4 billion corporation. They have equity sharing and there are more millionaires per square inch in that company. Drivers. Company drivers are millionaires because they've got shares which they got from the company which are worth millions. Fellow is still a driver. His net worth is a couple of million US dollars. It is not talking about rupees. So why can't Muslims create these businesses? Because we will not apply our brains. We will not differentiate. We want to be one of this big mass. You get the point? So I'll end with this slide, and because my time is up, so then of course if you have any questions and so on. And those of you who want extended sessions, just find the time. I am available to you. And this is the point I'm saying, because a lot of times many of us are focused on entitlement. You say, what is my entitlement? Family businesses, the sons, they say, no, where is my share? And I say to them this, the reality of life is, first add value. Entitlement will follow. Why? Because entitlement comes with territory. And contribution defines territory. How much contribution you do, to that extent you got a bigger territory, therefore bigger entitlement. Don't worry about entitlement, look at contribution. If Jack Welch wanted to fly in a corporate jet, he would have become a pilot. But when he becomes chairman of GE, he does not have one corporate jet, he has 6 corporate jets at his disposal. That is the issue. You focus on contribution, entitlement comes. Has to come. Where will it go? But you focus on entitlement, you don't get either. You don't get either. And that's one of the problems today. We focus on, what am I supposed to get? No, you're not supposed to get anything. You're not supposed to get anything. The only thing that is free Allah has given you is air. That you get that for free. But beyond that, nothing. Everything else depends on what effort we make. And that's the reason why effort is so important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this in the Quran. لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. For the person, for the insan, there is nothing more than what he makes an effort for. May Allah give us the tawfiq to make the best effort. And may Allah give us results in keeping with His majesty and grace and not in keeping with our effort. Jazakallahu khairan, subhanakallahumma bihamdik. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.